Chris, you ready for me to take you a magical dream world of music?
I'm ready. Are we looking at a t-shirt? Oh, no, that's not tie-dye.
No, it's not a t-shirt. It's a magical dream world of music. I just said that. Pay attention. I need you to be on your heels because a lot of stuff's about to happen very quickly. We're looking at Fantasia, Music Evolved, the sequel to Halo Combat Evolved. I don't know who this developer is, but they keep evolving shit. No, this is the developer's Harmonix. This is a rhythm game, and we're going to play some gorillas. I love them and their jams. There I am. Look at me stretching.
This is appropriate. You're in an animated band playing an animated video game.
It's important to stretch before you do this stuff, or else I blew out a hammy.
Are you wearing shorts?
I'm wearing shorts, and I don't need your judgment. It gets hot in my office. Fantasia is a super, super weird game. Because there's a lot of stuff about it I really like. I think the core gameplay element is pretty neat. It's similar to a lot of rhythm games in that you are doing things in rhythm to create the music. The things that you are doing, mostly swiping. You mostly look like a demented air traffic controller, or whatever you call those people who tell you how to pull your plane out of the runway. There are different commands that you have to do. This song is actually quite difficult, and they come pretty fast and furious. The most basic one is to swipe. Whenever the arrow touches the other arrows, you swipe in that direction with either hand, and you're good to go. This is a hold cue. Whenever you see a little circle, you just have to hold your hand after you swipe it. There are push cues, which are those little circles. Sometimes you have to push and then sort of trace a shape with your hand. But all of this stuff you do to the different beats of the music, depending on which instrument you're controlling at any given time. What's really cool about Fantasia is that you get to put these different mixes together. So here I've just unlocked a new mix for this song. You can't hear it, but now it sounds all weird and electronic-y. Each song has 3 different mixes for it, and you can, whenever you reach those junctions, you can change which instrument is playing. So you could have the traditional gorillas vocals going, you could have this electronic, rhythm and drums going, and then from the 3rd mix, you can take maybe the bass line. And you can do that for each song to create sort of a custom thing. And then you get also these moments where you get full control over the music. There I was laying down a melody using Connect controls. And then at certain points in the song, that melody will play over the mix that you've created.
Where is the Fantasia?
It's me swiping. It's me swiping.
So there's no Mickey, there's no hippos.
You see Mickey exactly twice. Okay. Once when you start playing the story mode of the game, which I'm playing now, and once when you finish the game. It is the most lightly licensed video game I think I've probably ever played. Okay. It was like they talked to Disney, and Disney's like, we'll give you Yin Sid, we'll let you call it Fantasia, maybe we'll give you a little bit of Night on Bald Mountain, and then you're good to go. Sure. So here I'm just sort of in the overworld, or rather you're in like a little section where you pick the tracks from. So in the story mode, you move between these different parts of the levels, you play the songs, which are represented by those stars, and as you do, each world starts to come to life.
You shake aquariums.
Well, I'm shaking like a little machine, and then little guys come out of it, and they create music. So the whole time you're playing, you are sort of breathing life into these different areas.
Shaking and swiping life.
Right.
Sure.
Well, sometimes it's a little bit more involved than that. So this level is a space station.
And a space monkey.
A little space monkey in there. There's a song, but here I can just sort of deedle around. So the whole time, as you play more and more of the story mode, the ambient music of each area becomes more developed. And it's one of the neater parts of the story mode. Sometimes the segments give you a little bit more control over what you're doing. So this is one of those segments where I'm looking at constellations, which make up the song Rocket Man by Elton John. And by sort of sweeping my little icon over it by using my hand, it's playing a little loop of the song that'll play behind me while I, tool around the level. It's kind of a neat effect, and it's also how you earn what are called music fragments, which is sort of like the main progression tracker of the game. Here is what is a bummer about the story mode.
Okay.
Actually playing the game is really cool, especially with 2 players, which I don't have any video of here, but that idea of building a song, and you get the option to save the song after you create it, which is kind of neat. The act of making and remixing a song is really cool. It works better than you would expect, and it's kind of a blast with 2 people, especially if you screw up. Like if you do one of those segments where you make the music and you do a drum loop that's just horrible, and it keeps playing throughout the rest of the song, you're like, well, we have nobody to blame for ourselves. That stuff's really cool. Here's what sucks. The story mode starts with Not many songs unlocked. You have to unlock the levels by like playing through the campaign, and as you unlock them, then you get access to the new songs. Not only that, every song only has one version of it unlocked when you play it, right? So the ideal way to play it is you have these 3 mixes that you can switch between while you're playing through a song. That's just not, in order to have that available on a song, you have to play it 2 times to unlock the other.
You have to do the work.
You have to do the work before and the game really only works in that context where you're building the song out.
Sure.
And when the game doesn't let you do that, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like the challenges that you have to fulfill in order to unlock the remixes are almost like insultingly easy. Like you will finish, sometimes it'll be like collect 125,000 points. You'll do that in like 15 seconds. Here I'm playing Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes.
Sure.
I released a video of myself playing this song in total, and this is it working, firing on all cylinders. I've unlocked the 2 tracks for this song. There's actually a party mode you can turn on from the game settings menu that disables achievements, but it unlocks everything for you if you just want to play it with friends, which absolutely you should do it because it's just kind of more fun that way. There is some neat stuff in the story mode. Like I liked exploring the levels and looking for little musical cues hidden all over the place, but like just playing through a song with 1 track unlocked for a bit until you unlock the 2nd track and then having to go back and play it again to unlock the 3rd, it's a little bit too repetitive, which is kind of a shame because I think that they have discovered like a new way to mess around with music, right? Like I think that's probably getting more and more challenging, especially for the rhythm genre, to come up with new expressions of how rhythm games work. And they've done it, and it's genuinely pretty cool. And the music's for the most part really great. There's a pretty eclectic mix of super bass and then Night on Bald Mountain. There's a lot of classical and modern hits, and then also In Your Eyes. It's just the game that they have put this stuff in isn't so well organized. So yeah, I don't know if you're a fan of rhythm games. I think there's some interesting ideas here, but if you are picking it up as a heavy Fantasia simulator, I'm not sure that it's gonna scratch the itch.